Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This video is going to be about whether or not a narcissist can change. And some of you will probably like the answer in the beginning of the video, and some of you might not like the answer in the beginning of the video, which might flip round towards the end of the video as we unpack the complicated issue of whether or not a narcissist can change and try and make it uncomplicated. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and your continued support with the channel. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about the narcissist personality disorder to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with in your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you overcome narcissistic abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. So when it comes to the question that many people want the answer to, which is, can a narcissist change? Technically, the answer is yes. A narcissist will happily change their lies. They will happily change their manipulation methods. They will happily change their gaslighting tactics. They will happily change the people they are around. They will happily change the story that they tell themselves and tell those around them. They will change events on people. They will change the people that are around them into people who no longer know who they are. And many of us have witnessed a narcissist do this. A narcissist comes along and they mirror you, they idolize you, they love you, they future fake with you. Narcissistic parents can treat you so well. One minute they can spoil you, they can raise you up so high, they can shower you with affection, attention and support, to the next minute withdraw it all away from you. However, when they do this, they do it in such a manipulative method that they rationalize, so it sounds reasonable, as to why they've done something that's hurt you. So those around the narcissist, we are left questioning ourselves, doubting ourselves, and not the narcissist. As it gains our forgiveness of them, it often means we give them another chance. And they change the game on us time and time again. Everybody is capable of change if they put the work in, if they've got enough reason as to why they want to change, which is why a narcissist will change on a temporary basis. If they do something because they believe they're entitled to do whatever it is they've done, but morally it's wrong, they're not going to want to admit fault for doing that. Therefore, they're going to change the story they tell those around them. They're going to future fake with people to get people to focus on the future and not what's happening in that present moment in time. They're going to guilt trip people. They're going to make people feel obligated. They're going to make false promises of change to get away with their behaviour. And then because they've achieved their aim, once you've forgiven them, because they've achieved their aim, because they've got you to forgive them, they change back to who they are. It's not a permanent change. People can get accused of trying to change the narcissist. Now, nobody can change anybody. That's something that has to come from within. We have to want to change for ourselves. However, people can get accused of trying to change a narcissist when they're not actually trying to change the narcissist. They're trying to get back who the narcissist sold themselves to be. They're trying to get back the narcissist who can treat them well. They're trying to get back the narcissist, who in one sense is themselves, meaning they are trying to get themselves back. And they're, instead of working on themselves to get themselves back, they're working on changing who they are to suit the narcissist, not understanding that the narcissist is manipulating them. As a narcissist mirrors you in the beginning of the relationship to sell you an ideal, to sell you a future of what you would like, claiming they want the same things as you, it's easily done to get drawn in to a relationship with them. As you can want supportive parents, when you succeed in something and they are there for you, it's easy to get drawn into them. Yet when you fail at something and they punish you, and they're not punishing you to teach you kindness, to teach you respect, they're punishing you because you haven't pleased them. You didn't get the A that they wanted in the grade. You didn't play at what they perceived to be how they wanted you to play in that football game. You haven't pleased the narcissist. Therefore, they take it out on you, but they do it in a way that they make sure you blame yourself for how your narcissistic parent or how your narcissistic partner is treating you. So you change yourself to suit them. You work a little bit harder to suit them, not realizing you're losing a little piece of yourself. And as soon as you've pleased them, the narcissist changes into the person who will treat you well. That reward, punish. So you're forever left in a state of confusion. The more you forgive a narcissist, the more you try to help a narcissist, the more you try to please a narcissist, the more this technically works against you, as the more they learn exactly what to use to get at you. A narcissist can go to therapy if they wish to do so and learn coping strategies in order to change. And this would have to be a regular repeat pattern of behaviour so that they can learn to adapt their belief system, adapt their values for the better of themselves, so that they can achieve more within their own life, not for other people. We might be able to, those that care about children, we might be able to use our children as leverage, as a reason as to why we want to change for the better. Now, when it comes to a narcissist, when the children are pleasing them, doing what the narcissist wants them to do, they can use the children as leverage to change for the better. Yet when another source of supply comes along that's feeding the narcissist the attention the narcissist wants at that moment in time, they can easily drop their children and no longer be interested in their children, and the narcissist will change for the worse. And those that do go to therapy, those that can find a therapist that's not going to be manipulated by them, that's strong enough to confront their issues and get them to recognise their own behaviour so that the narcissist can work on changing their behaviour for themselves, they still have the disorder. That disorder is still there. They're just trying to find ways to use the disorder to work in positive ways rather than negative ways. And as it's easier for them to exploit people and quicker for them to exploit people and quicker for them to pull people down to feel better about themselves, it's easy for them to revert back to their old behaviour than it is to change on a permanent basis. Whether or not a narcissist can change, they have to do it for themselves. Most narcissists change to further their manipulation. The more you forgive them, the more you try to help them, the worse their behaviour gets towards you, because the more they learn they can get away with it. The best method to help a narcissist change is to walk away and no longer play, because the second you go back, the second they believe that they got away with it and they can do it all over again. And even if they do change, they're not going to change into the person that they sold themselves to be, because that person was you. They were imitating you. They were flattering you to sell to you who you would like them to be. You don't realise it's manipulation, but it is. So even if they were to change, they're not going to change into the person you believed they were. They're going to change into the person they can be, which isn't the potential that you see in them, because that potential they sold you, again, was to influence you into seeing the good in them so that they could get away with their bad behaviour. So can a narcissist change? Yes. Do they change for the better? Rarely. Most of them don't, because most of them don't want to take responsibility for their own behaviour. Most of them don't want to admit fault for their own behaviour. They just go around blaming everybody else for their problems and moving on to somebody new. If anyone has any thoughts on the video, please add those into the comments. As many of us do have different viewpoints on this, and it doesn't make anybody wrong, it doesn't make anybody right. What we do need to do though is remain safe. Find our inner happiness, find who we are as a person again, and create our lives, create our happiness. Self-care isn't selfish. Self-care is taking care of yourself first, protecting your values, protecting your belief system, creating your boundaries so that you can be at your best for others. Narcissists, it isn't about self-care, it's about them being selfish. It's about them getting their needs met. It's about them getting away with their behaviour. It's about them exploiting people for their own gains. They don't do things to take care of themselves. They do things to take advantage of other people. And they will accuse you of being selfish when you start trying to create a life of your own, to guilt you into doing what they want you to do for them. You need to protect your peace around narcissistic people, and the best way to do this is go no contact and no longer play. Let them go and live their life while you go and live yours. If you can't do that, it needs to be limited contact and grey rock. Thank you very much for listening. Go out there, create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. If you do need some extra support, I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link will be in the description. Bye.